Welcome in to episode 11 of our Let's Play Humankind series at the top difficulty rating, at Humankind difficulty. We are plugging along through this game. We've been going slow but steady, but the war is over. If you didn't get to catch the end of the war, that is in the last episode. If you need to catch up on any of the episodes, you can click on the link below in the description. Episode 1 is linked there so you can catch up on how we got to where we are. But we're in the classical era, playing as the Marians, and really today's goal of this episode is we need to figure out how to move up essentially as quickly as possible while maximizing our emblematic districts and also trying to maximize some of our stars. We're sitting in a good place, and so we'll review some of that as we get started, but we really do need to make some kind of critical decisions about the when and how much we want to do before we move up, because we're coming up on our science cap, and that's a nice thing to have happen, but it also means that we really need to probably move up more quickly than we actually want to. So we'll debate some of those things as we go in. As always, if you like the video, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. Greatly helps out with all the numbers and whatnot. And make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you know when I release the next video in this series. Sunday morning afternoons is when these come out. So thanks so much for watching. Let's jump in to the episode. Here we are, in our capital city of Anug, right back where it all began. It's still small, because why? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 districts currently in our queue. This is not normal for me in a game of Humankind. I will tell you this right now. I feel like we're playing the game very differently, and I think that's because of the opening war, and I think this actually is playing into our advantage. I actually really like that our Adubas are not down, but I do think that we need to get our Adubas down now. We have, in fact, met everyone in the game. This is a map with 6 players on it, so 5 AI and then myself and AIs at the Humankind level. So we've met everyone. You can see that Icarus's territory is spanning just a massive amount. Icarus has a claim over here as well. So the New World actually stretches towards our continent. I'm now thinking this claim that we put in right here is probably going to end up being problematic, but only because we're going to have trouble connecting it to anything, and therefore making it a lone city is probably not, I don't know. This will be interesting to see what we do with it. Now, if we can get a claim out in here, I think that we can make a legitimate city start to function in the New World. Now, might this require some war on the New World? Possibly. We have the armies to do it if we need to. Icarus would be a much bigger and tougher opponent than our latest war, which was Sarge over here, who is kind of in last place now at this point because of the war that we have waged against him. But we have a couple more wars that we need to wage ourselves before we turn our attention to warring on the New World, but we do want to get claims in on the New World, so we're rushing towards that. As soon as we switch eras, we're going to declare war on this Free Peoples and take this city, and basically, we won't burn it down because there are some research quarters here that we could take advantage of, although they're not in great spots, but we will, rather than burning it down, we'll probably just use our influence to incorporate it into Corral. We'll see how costly that is. Honestly, I might just burn it down. I think if we burn it down and build it back on the same turn, we could probably avoid losing the districts. So I probably will just burn it down. The AI never builds infrastructures, especially in city-states. At least that's how I feel, especially the early city-states. So I think we could probably just burn it down and add it in. So that'll be our first move. All the while, we're going to be trying to accumulate war support to be able to go to war a second time with Sarge and take the rest of our continent over. That will be our goal. So we are currently gaining +2 per ongoing, and we got +5 because of a grievance that was triggered. We also, they're gaining +2 as well, so we have to work some things to try to, like, get some things done. I do think that once these tick down towards the low end, I'm actually going to demand all of these, because that will increase our war support and allow us to get to that war support that we need in order to declare another war a little bit faster. So we're probably going to demand all of these to increase our war support. If they don't meet the demands, then our war support will increase over time a little bit faster than theirs will. So we want that to be the case. So we'll probably do that, but I'm going to wait a little bit on that until we collect some of the leverages from that, and then also just, I don't need another war, like, immediately. And just in case he decides to like declare war or something, I'd like to upgrade our units. Now, I didn't actually look it up. I probably should have, and maybe someone in the comments from the last video or from this video will have told me by this point, when you're actually watching this recording, I can no longer upgrade these two salmon yahas. I literally checked the VODs. I checked the previous episodes. I could do this. This was an option in the past. So at some point in the last like month, Humankind Amplitude patched something that changed it so that archers can no longer upgrade to salmon yahas. I guess is my assumption, because I can't make this upgrade anymore. Maybe we'll solve that problem here in this next episode. I had them even in a city territory and I still couldn't do it, so we'll see. We will find out as we progress. So these units are really just going to sit here, kind of form, get ready to attack this when we move up. You'll notice from a science perspective, we are currently sitting at 1 turn and then 4 more turns. So in 5 turns, we're going to hit our hard cap on science, and all of our science is going to be going to waste. So last episode, we did a few things to kind of help with that. We actually took all of our science folks and moved them into money. So we're currently producing as much money as possible, which got us out of our hole in that. So that's a really important key kind of mechanic to note, is if you start approaching your science cap, shift all your people to money, because money is always useful, and science actually has that hard cap at era. We have a lot of stupas to get in. This stupa has been 1 turned at least already. This stupa has not been 1 turned yet, so we need to put some production towards this one to keep it in our queue after we move up. So we're basically going to be 1 turning stupas and then trying to build adubas. Now, if we look at where we stand from a star standpoint, my hope is that we can grab at least 1 aesthete star in this era. I don't think we'll be able to grab any more. That's kind of a bummer. All of that kind of centralizes around the fact that we were limited to how many cities we had. We just didn't have enough cities to be able to collect enough aesthete stars. We're not going to get any gold stars, and that's fine. We already kind of knew that. I'd love to be able to collect a few more agrarian stars, at least 1 more, and then we actually don't even have a builder star yet because we haven't been building districts. We've been building armies and infrastructures. So we have some pretty easy picking kind of stars that we can still collect in this era really quickly. Now we're sitting pretty well. We're in 2nd place. We're only down by 700 fame. That's not bad, especially considering that we still have some pretty easy stars to potentially pick up. We also have some diplomat stars available to us, which, if we build our adubas, we would probably collect a lot of diplomat stars. And so my plan is, just to see how this goes, we're going to play it by ear as we go. But one thing I'd like to do is, we have quite a bit of money. What I'm going to do is, in order to try to get some agrarian stars, and this is something we've talked about over on the live streams at twitch.tv/MadishMoose. I play Humankind on Friday nights on stream over there. We've discussed the fact that one of the best ways to get agrarian stars is, in fact, to just buy units, because units don't count towards your food in the city anymore. You just pay them gold, essentially. And so if you want your city to grow faster than what it's currently growing, because we only have extra 8 food, then just train units, because those units will then come out of your population, which you then populate faster. But the units still count towards your population total. So it still counts towards your agrarian stars. So right now, what we really need, for example, is we need envoys. We have no envoys running around collecting things. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to jump into both of my cities and purchase at least 1 envoy on this turn before we even hit the button. So we're going to buy an envoy here in a nug. That, you see, will decrease from there. But now we have 24 excess food, and we're growing a turn faster, right? So that's going to be good for us there. We're also going to jump up to Urum, who also is kind of approaching that food kind of conundrum. And we're about to 1 turn into a stupa here, which is nice. So we're going to do that. And then, but again, just to increase the speed at which we are getting things, we have the money. And so the envoy is really cheap right now. So we're just going to go ahead and buy an envoy, right? We're going to get at least a couple of envoys out. We'll probably be doing this pretty consistently until we hit our stars, because we want 7 envoys running around collecting diplomacy. That's one of the reasons we don't have any of our diplomatic stars this time, is because we just didn't have any diplomats going out. We've stabilized our empire post-war, and so now we have the ability to do that. You can see we've got even like in our own territory, we have grievances that are there ready to be picked up. There's stuff over here as well. Now that we're at peace, our envoys might be able to sneak in here and grab that. We want to be careful because we don't want to give them a bunch of extra war support, potentially, if little fights happen within their territory, which is possible, right? So we want to just pay attention to that. And we have pretty good view on what he's got now. He has basically one full army here. I think this is a swordsman. He's got swordsman, swordsman, and then this one is like swordsman archer. So he's basically broken up his army. He basically has two full armies currently that we know of that we'd have to deal with. We also know that he has a Karak fleet somewhere. No, sorry, not Karak. The base level thing, the cog. I think he has a cog fleet somewhere. So we also want to be aware of the fact that he has a cog fleet. We'll be staying out of the water for the most part for this particular war, but his final city is coastal, and so we may have to deal with some of his boats potentially at some point. So with all of that in mind, we are going to continue on. We also need to keep in mind in 3 turns we have our cultural blitz action again, and we'll want to take advantage of that. And in 1 turn we get this public fountain in, which may mean that we can actually attach again in Corral. They're moving towards 60. We're going to get another 15. So they're still stabilizing from the war. So let's move to the next turn and see what we've got going on.
You now have a city of 10 territories.
Craftsmanship
That
research.
tiny first settlement is nothing but a distant memory.
That is true. Okay, Bread and Games has been locked by another empire. So that's imperial power. I want to check the tech tree really quick. Oh, that's the... Wow, we definitely could have researched that probably very much faster than whoever just got it. So we're 4 turns from that. I forgot that was one of the ones that triggers fame. You start to remember all these things as they happen to you, but there are a lot of... not a lot, but there are, like, I think it's like at least one every era. Correct me if I'm wrong. There's one every era where the first person of that tech actually lands like 50 fame or something like that. And it's not bad. It's not bad to collect that little 50 fame. Looks like we just actually, a bunch of people got stars. We moved from 2nd to 4th on that turn. So now we're kind of prepping and ready for whatever we're gonna do here. I think we're gonna want to come. Well, actually, if we don't have open borders here, we're gonna have to come and attack from this side. So let's bring Agaushes down, maybe something like that. We'll bring one of these armies down this way and bring them in through here. This army will probably sit here-ish, and the other this army probably just has to support in the same kind of way. Not really sure what the best line of attack is going to be for this particular city. It's on kind of a weird kind of this cliff is pretty extensive, and then because of this border territory, if I don't have access to attack from up here, which we might actually get access like that if we attack from a certain angle, we might get part of that into the battle lines. Like, for example, if we do this, they get that space, but we could come and take that space, right? So we'll have to see. We also probably want to fight. We'll probably want to fight their units before we fight their city, potentially, right? Will be the goal. Okay, can we get this one? Probably can. Can we get this one? I think we could. We have to sit. We have to go here. Then we'll grab it, and then we'll come back. A lot of grievances everywhere, so we want to get those envoys. We want to get those envoys off and running. I'm just going to set them to auto-explore right off the bat. My typical modality or method for envoys in this game is to move them to a continent that I want them on and then hit auto-explore. But because we don't have any out right now, I think I'm just going to auto-explore right away. You'll see they automatically go to the nearest known intelligence source, right? So he did that, and now he's going to cut back and go do exploration. We're going to do the same thing with this guy. He's going to go south, which is actually perfect, so... we'll just let them do their thing on our continent for a little bit. Now, when we train more of them, what we'll probably do is get one of them onto this continent, then hit Auto Explorer, move one of them up into this continent, hit Auto Explorer, right? So that's probably the goal that we're going to have with our guys. We'll find out where everyone goes as we kind of get going here. This guy, I want to try to get him across over here somehow, but I don't know. How are we going to do that? We can technically cut across down here. Wonder if we tried that. We upgrade this guy? It cost 203 gold to get this guy to a horseman, but we go from 4 movement to 6 movement. That gets him there pretty substantially faster. I want to spend my gold on that right now. It's a lot of gold. Well, let's move him for now. Gotta get back this way anyway. Okay. This guy... Oh, no. This is the one we want, right? This one's got Yellowstone, and you can see Icarus's guys are literally about to put a claim down there. They are, like, just inches away from putting a claim in. So we want to be as close to a claim as possible. It looks like that border... Let me check this. This border swerves in, so I think this spot is our earliest claim. And this is what we're going to want to focus on at the start of the next turn. Start of the next turn, if this doesn't get put in, we want to move in and put an outpost down as quickly as we absolutely can there, right? That's the goal. All right, this guy's going to have to go backwards now. Because we'll want to collect this. Corral is ready to build something new. They are getting 54 food. They're recovering in that. Like, we're still so low, we might need to put another garrison down. But I feel like... Oh, we could put an aqueduct in instead. Actually, that's probably the play, right? We aqueduct in here? Yeah. Okay. Let's aqueduct in here. We'll get them fully stabilized with an aqueduct, basically, which will allow us then to run a connection, maybe, on a subsequent turn. They'll get up here and we'll be able to start putting districts in, right? We want to put, like, some stupas down and things like that. So, let's get our aqueduct... down. And that will help us a lot. Our production is starting to do a little bit better. All right, we're gonna... Imperial Power is the last one we have. So, in 4 turns, we're gonna start burning science, which I'm not a huge fan of. We do have another 7 turns here. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and buy out another envoy here. So we're going to go with another envoy buyout here. Let's get more of them in. That's going to, again, that like 7 turns to 3 turns on growth, right? And our population doesn't decrease. Now we're losing money a little bit, but I think that's totally fine at this point. And I think we may want to do the same thing in Urim, right? We have 4 turns growth, but we're really trying to push for those agrarian stars. So we want faster growth, and we want 7 envoys. And so if we have the money to do it, right, we can see our money going down each time because it's pulling from our money workers, but this is going to be a good kind of long-term strategy for us to free up food, to increase the population in our cities. It's not costing us industry. It's not costing us total food workers. It's just getting rid of some gold for us at this point. If we were working science, that'd be one thing. We'd be losing science, which wouldn't be the most awesome thing. But because we're capped on science basically at this point, losing a little gold is not hurting me at all. At least that's not how I play. I don't mind spending my gold. So we're gonna spend it on envoys basically now. So this guy we're probably gonna send out there. Like I said, this guy will send up, try to get them onto a different continent than the 2 guys we just trained. But that looks good to me. And we'll continue to work our way to what we're doing. Oh, we need to switch out this. So Urim, just in case, Urim needs to... We're going to go put a different stupa in, right? We want to put a different stupa in. I still haven't decided where I want it in this territory. Now, in these 2 territories, we want to make a decision. We can stack them together, potentially. There's no great place for a research quarter, and the stupa is a research quarter. So it's kind of a jack-of-all-trades research quarter, so we're kind of just looking for, like, the next best place. It's telling me it's that one, but that is definitely... That, I feel like, should be a maker's quarter. So I'm not going to take up that spot, probably, with that, although it is a nice place for it. So I want to come down here and try to find a location that maybe is optimal for this. It's kind of a bummer, because this is all river. Like, everything we have to put down on is river, so we cost ourselves some amount of anything, basically. Over here could be interesting. Extend our reach out into this direction. It doesn't take up the river, and it's not actually costing us anything because we're not exploiting any of this. Plus, there is a science. So that actually gets us 5 because we're adjacent to it. I think we put down on top of it, actually. I think we put down on top of it. With our harbor right here, we could get some market quarters in beside it. So we'll put down right here. In this particular territory. We'll at least get a little bit of extra science off of that. So we'll 1-turn that stupa. We're going to move that to the front right of our queue. Let's put these over here. It looks like somebody is building... Almost looks like someone's building Moz for me, which is kind of fascinating. I feel like somebody is putting turns into that right now. I don't know why it would be doing that. We're going to get this farmer's quarter in before we start 1-turning stupas in our capital city. So I think we're good to go at this point. Crawl's gaining pop. There goes a builder star, which is big for us. We also have to remember that we're losing religion currently. I'm not sure we're gonna gain our religion back. it's not going horribly. A lot of Zoroastrianism coming in. I feel like if we get these stupas in, we might be able to kind of fend that off. So I'm not like oh crap, we were supposed to be over here. Alright. We did it! I scared myself, but we got the claim in. Okay, obviously that's not where we want the claim, right? But so we'll move it like up here, probably onto the river. But that will get our claim in. Wow, 2 more curiosities down here. There are so many curiosities right off of the New World here. Wild. Okay, so we'll collect that. That's, again, science is not actually helpful for us right now, but the influence is good, and I'm not going to complain about that. We're going to want to go get that next, so we'll go do that. This guy is going to go try to get claims in adjacent to this, right? We want adjacent claims here, and then we actually probably, once this is built, I'm going to be very tempted to just turn this into a city right away. What's our city cost currently? Our city cost is only 1,060 to get our 4th city in. That is very low, and we can definitely do that immediately. So that will probably be the play. This guy, over the course of the 3 turns that this outpost is being built in, which you can see right here, the 3 turns, we will maneuver him around so that we find the best place to claim, to move, right? We'll move the outpost, and then as soon as the outpost is moved and set, we will make this into our 4th city. It has Yellowstone, which is great. And then we will attempt to claim around it as much as we can. I don't know, like, there is space here, but Icarus is all over the place in the New World. So this is going to be our foothold in the New World. Not sure what we're going to do up here anymore. We're going to try to get this claim. We got this claim in, so that's huge. That's actually big news for us to get this claim in. Now we need to get a couple adjacent claims so that's a functional city. Like minimal, like 3 territories total. 4 or 5 if we get what we want, right? So this guy's going to sit right here. And now that we're in our city's territory, right? Like, where is my upgrade? They patched that out. At some point, they patched that out. And it's confusing to me. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, is that one of Sarge's people? Can we attack them for... Does that give them war score, though? Sarge's got a boat, like, floating around. What kind of boat is that? Oh, that's just an envoy. Isn't that guy gonna die out there? Where did he come from? He's gonna collect a lot of stuff. That's good for him, I guess. Ugh. Close. Close, but not quite. So that's gonna be a negative on getting across. So I guess we just start going down. Oh, yeah, we have this one over here we can try to get. All right, we'll try to grab that one next time. All right, now this envoy is going to make... I'm gonna set him on a journey. We're gonna send him... 1 stop there, then he crosses over, then he jumps over. So that's fine. We could let him do his thing, and then we'll set him to auto-explore. And then this guy here, we want to kind of do the same thing with. We want... Ooh, they're going to go away in 5 turns? We might be able to get that... We might be able to snag a claim there as well. Because eventually we want to attack a COD as well. Alright, we want to get this guy approximately up to here. So let's just send him there. So then we'll have an envoy on each of... those 2 continents, which will be good for us. We'll need to get 1 more envoy at least onto this continent. I feel like there's a lot to be done there. And I guess we just send them both in the same direction again, right? Like, we just get two envoys on each continent, basically, with the size of this map. So the question now becomes... All right, we got some production into this stupa. So this stupa is good now because there's production into it. So we can now... let's reshift this just to make sure. We have 46 food, so we're going good on food. We're growing in 2 turns. We could buy out another envoy here. I feel like we're growing relatively quickly, though. My argument would be like arguably we should probably do that. All right, we want research quarters around this probably. I don't know how many market quarters we're going to end up putting in, you know? So we could just start doing research quarters in this vicinity. We got 2326, 2326, but that's basically everything's going to be a 2326, right? I feel like we can just put it over here. I'm not sure what's going to happen in this little area. I mean, market quarters would be like the best thing, but and technically we'd want to get our research quarters over here. I'm just not seeing like a... I want to cut... You know what? I'm just going to put it over here. Yeah, we'll just throw it down over here. It's fine. We're going to move that, and then we'll... Because Dubas are the thing we want to get in next, right? So we'll have to see. Yeah, we need some more boats, actually. Remember we lost all of our boats? We need our boats back. Alright, so this guy, actually, I want, like, coming this direction. Let's just set him on a path to do that. And should do what we want. Man, there are, man, if we had a boat, I need to buy a boat. Got quads floating around. There's a lot of curiosities to be claimed if we had another boat. We might need one boat to go around our own continent. What are we at on the steed ability? 1 turn? Okay, so we want to watch these guys probably for our end turn. I'm not going to buy envoys this turn. We might next turn.
Yes.
That freeze. Oh, wait, they got blocked again. Dang it. They're getting zone of controlled. That's unfortunate. Okay. Agreement proposals. We should probably check those. That's fine. We'll check those here in a moment. Let's get everyone moving, and let's check our offers.
Tell me what is on your mind.
An arms deal. I mean, I will sign that. I will sign that in good faith. And I will ask for a customs union in the eventuality that we're going to want to trade with him.
This proposition should
500
be in
gold.
all our best
I'm not
interests.
going to trade with him immediately, and I feel like he's... this is reasonable.
I'm not easy to convince, but you are close.
That's really reasonable, but I'm
Very
not going
well.
to trade with him immediately, so I'm going to refuse
There's
that
just
for a
no
second. Probably do need to start trading, to be honest. We do have some gold with which to do that.
How do you do?
I don't think
I
this
never
does
seem to
anything
work.
for either of us. I'm gonna refuse that.
I'm sorry, but no deal is better than a bad deal.
Sorry, friend. It's not gonna
Don't
work
give
for
up.
me.
You're not doing as well as the other empires,
Hey,
but you still have time to leave your mark.
Mr. Narrator. Oh, we are sitting in fourth. We are sitting in fourth still. All right, fair, narrator. That's fine. These guys are gonna hang out.
We're the walk.
This guy's gonna do this one this time. We can get to it. Oh, they're everywhere. We need to upgrade our boats. Upgrade them boats. I guess I'm moving this guy piece by piece now because there's too many units over there. You guys hang out. You go grab this,
Blades in the water.
and then cut back.
And ease.
Don't want that guy to die. We're a misclick away from potentially killing that guy. Somebody is building Moz for us completely. Whoever we have monumental contractors with is just building Moz for us, which is gonna get them a ton. If you haven't done that before in a game, doing the monumental contractors and then building wonders for people, you get massive bonuses based on the amount of production you put towards it. Whoever's doing this is gonna get a ton of whatever they want, right? I think it's a choice between like science, money, and influence, or something like that. Early game, it's very worth it for the massive influence gains you can get. If your cities have nothing better to do, that building other people's wonders actually is quite worthwhile. Okay, we're now stabilized here. We're up to 100. I feel like we could almost run an attachment at this point. Got what, 5 and 2 food there? Is that still because we're so low? I don't understand where all the production is going here. How is this 2 industry? It's 2 industry on the tile. I think this is this not bugged? Does this outpost should be exploiting... Oh, wait. What kind of outpost is this? No, this is a regular outpost. It's not exploiting the tiles around it. Will it once I add it in? Now I almost have to try it. What's the cost on that? 219? I mean, that's pretty easy for me to do. I'm just going to run this attachment. I just want to see what happens. Like, why are those not exploited? Oh, do we want to move that, actually? Better question. Do we want to move this? It's scooted over there. It's currently... Yeah, see, what is this? It's telling me if I put it down in the exact same place, I get +7 industry. That's because it should be exploiting all those tiles already. I think this outpost is bugged. That's highly unfortunate. Well, I guess we move it anyway then, right? We put the 516 down? Like, we'd get -1 food for 16, and we'd be like at least on 1 river. We also put it here. There's no like advantage to be having it here necessarily. I guess I'll just move it here for now. So like, it immediately became way better. So like that one was bugged to some extent. And then we just attach it right away. That's very confusing. Is this one doing the same thing? This one's doing the same thing. That's very frustrating. So these bugged when I put them down at some point. Wonder how many other bugs we're currently encountering in this game. Like, why my archers are not being able to upgrade. I wonder if that's something as well. I mean, this is definitely the spot I want this, right? I spend the 33 influence just to put it down again? Because this is like food we're not getting. No, that's the tile that's broken. I just spent 33 for nothing. But this tile is broken. Right?
Don't fall behind.
We get -2 food if we move over here. I'm just gonna do it. And now all of a sudden our outpost is exploiting the tiles around it. So something about this is broken. Is it because I was replacing existing? Because I burnt those outposts down and then I put them back? Something funny. Something funny is going on with the outposts here. That's very interesting. Can I just add this to Corral right away? I mean, I have the influence to do it. We're at 14 surplus, so we could just attach this right away. I'm not thinking of any reason not to. Outside of, I'm not getting stars for that currently, but it's fine. All right, now we're just going down to 95. It's totally fine. And now we're fully attached, right? Like we're fully attached after the war. Beauty. Beauty! All right, Corral's rocking and rolling. I guess we're just putting stupas in now, yeah? We got plenty of food. We got plenty of room for growth and stuff, so we're just start putting stupas down. That seems like a great stupa location, right on top of the... All right, perfect. It's right adjacent, so that's fine. We'll just put it right there. Beautiful. We'll stupa that. We can one turn that stupa probably, or we just build it. Okay, these guys can move back now. Hang out, and I think we're ready to end. Oh no, we got to use our Esteed ability. Esteed ability for 240 gold, and let's see, where are we gonna get our best gain? 795. So then we want to look at this, and yeah, somewhere up in here. Probably this one again if we want to. 54 up here. So I think we put it in here. I like this idea right here. If that one gets us what we want, this territory, yeah, it gets us the 795, and we'll push our cultural influence there. So, boom, done. Esteed ability used. It's a very potent ability, so we're off and running with that. And then I think what we want to watch for this next turn is still over here. We want to let this guy, we want to get off and running as quickly as we can.
Off we go.
There's literally a unit sitting right here, forcing me... And now they've demilitarized it. But that will be a problem for another one turn. I kind of wanted to see up here, too. Actually, I kind of need this guy to go the other way. Because we need to move this. Put our city in. You know what? I just do this at the start of the next turn. Joseph has canceled an agreement with me. Intriguing. Alright, this guy can't make it back to the coast. We have to go back. Touch the coast and then go back out again. These guys are hanging out. These guys are hanging out. Let's see. Oh yeah, this guy's just coming back this way. Send him back around. This guy, we're manually moving this way. Just keep him going. And this guy... Oh, wait, what is this? I don't like an envoy entering my territory. There. I'm intrigued. We could fight that guy if we needed to. Right, but everyone's just gonna hang out, basically. We're just hanging out waiting for error. We got one turn till we start burning science. We used our last Esteed ability. Okay, so now we need to come back around to our cities. And we need to make sure... Actually, we probably didn't do this last turn either, which was... That was my bad. That is an error on my part. This is the last stupa... Okay, so this is our last stupa we need to one turn in this territory. So we're good here on stupas. So that works for me. Now, I think that's an aduba, so I want that to be surrounded by farmers' quarters, technically speaking. I want research quarters around the mausoleum. I might put this right here, because I want to get... This is probably going to end up being a research quarter anyway. Let's put it there. Let's move it in to our queue. Our queue is just a mess. It's a debacle. Okay. That stupa has been one turn. How many stupas do we have left here? We have 2. We have 2 left to one turn in this territory. Let's see. Where are we putting it here? What's the adjacencies for this? There are none. That's an aduba right there, so technically that'd be a farmer's quarter right there. Just like stick it here, take the 4 food loss. 4 food loss is better than probably the other things that we have going on here. We're not really going to surround this with anything anyways, necessarily. Because we're not going to surround it by research groups. We could put it here, because we actually get the production. We get 1 production, right? So, okay, well, let's put it here. We'll put it on this tile. We'll move that one in. We'll 1 turn that. So we're close on the 1 turns. Once we get those done, we'll have to make a call, right? We should start 1 turning here as well. Yes, that's a great spot. Let's 1 turn that. And now we will end turn, because we need to get each of our cities needs to be 1 turning stupas as much as we possibly can. I also want this guy to jump in the water and grab this. Should be able to, right? Keep people moving.
Your
There's
empire
an
becomes
star.
one of the giants,
There's imperial
astride
power.
the globe. And what will you do with this power?
Mago Mundi. Map the continent Lyra. Okay, so we haven't mapped many continents at this point, which is fine. Not in the business of doing that per se. All right, where do I want this boat to go? I feel like we should just send him home to get upgraded. It's our best route home. Okay, we can actually get to this, so that's fine. Let's do that. This guy is on his way onto this land. Now we can just send him. And these guys are just hanging out.
Keeping an eye. Ready to drop.
Hanging out. This guy is going to cut back across this way. Our outpost is established. And we can now move it anywhere we need to. We moved this way. We're going to have to cut back down through the south here, I think. We're just going to send this guy this direction. And we want to move this outpost. So we're going to click the Move Outpost button. And we're going to move it probably over here along this river. I like this spot right here. That's a 4 river spot. That gets us +1 food and 11 additional production. So that's a really nice location for us. Also gives us an exit point to start building districts out in this direction. So let's go ahead and do that. We will scooch it over to here. We could do here for 4 extra food and give us more exit points. The extra food right on the get-go is not the worst thing. Actually, maybe I go... Actually, you know what? We're gonna go here. I'm gonna take here for the extra food right off the bat, because we're gonna turn it into a city right away. Right? We'll move it over here. We're gonna slap their harbor in right away. 9-3, 11-3. I'm gonna take the food. Well, how we put it here, because we can market quarter this, or at least we'd be able to build maybe one of our stupas off of that to like collect that maybe. Let's put it here. We'll put that in, and I think we just turn this into a city immediately. Like, we just immediately make this into a city. So our arena outpost, which is in our Yellowstone area, are in the New World. We're just going to make this into a city right away. We have everything it takes to do it. So we're just going to go boom. Paletiputra. Beautiful. I'm going to have to say that name the rest of the episodes. So that's great for everybody. And now... we've got our city in. So we're going to switch it to expert policy. I'm going to pay attention to what's going on over here. And then I think we 1 turn a stupa here. Yeah, because I was going to say that we specifically moved this to put a stupa there. And then we're going to just build more stupas around it. So this is it's going to be rather than a market quartered harbor, we're going to stupa this harbor. That's going to be pretty good for us. So let's 1 turn that stupa in. We're gonna try to get some more ads done over there. This guy's gonna pop to here. Oh, look, there's multiple things to collect. So we're gonna pay attention to that. Tainted waters. The river in Corral has acquired a sickly sheen and a noxious odor to match. It seems likely that the cause is the men and women of industry dumping their waste, everything from butcher's offal to blacksmith's ashes, in the no longer crystal waters. It is these same waters that many souls in Corral drink and bathe in, which would explain the high level of illness amongst both people and livestock of late. The people look to you for aid, while the traders and artisans worry that alternative measures will be too costly to endure. Which then is the higher calling? Our economy or our well-being? We can spend 1,000 of our precious gold and get bountiful, which is +15 food, which actually would help us at this point. We could authorize the dumping, which gets us overproductive, which also would be probably very, very helpful for us at this point. But we have chances for another narrative event, which is not great. Does shift us over here, gets us more money, or we can divert it, move us in the other direction, and we get money immediately, but also the chance to trigger an event. I'm not... This... Plus 15 food for 10 turns actually would be massively helpful for us right now. Do we spend 1,000 gold? 1,000 gold is a lot of turns worth of gold. I'm not even sure. It's not even... That's like over 10 turns worth of gold. Like, well over 10 turns. Like, 13 to 15 turns worth of gold for us. For 15 extra food? That feels very... I'm going to divert it. This one I feel like is bad. This one I feel like would be very bad. So we're just going to divert it and hope for good luck. I don't know. We'll see if that works for us. Okay, once again, we have 8 turns left in our seed ability. I don't think we're waiting 8 turns to move up. I think we're going to have to move up before then. Let's pay attention to over here, because we want this. That guy's actually just going to... He's auto-moving at this point, so it's fine. There is our first move up. Plosif, going to the medieval era from the classical Aksumites to Swahili. So Plosif has made our first move up, and that will start to trigger other move ups now. Plosif moves up at 6,200. So basically, we want to get to 6,200 to keep pace with at least second place. Icarus, you can see, is starting to run away with this thing. 7,400 fame. So Icarus quickly gaining a large lead in fame. We'll get our boat out exploring. We're gonna shoot up pretty fast in the next era, though. Like we're gonna get a lot of stuff done, I think. We'll grab this, and then we'll pop back. All of these curiosities will go away on era change. That's the other thing to think about. So everything we see here, all of these beautiful curiosities, when we switch eras, will not be available to us anymore. We get a new set of them, but our armies will be hanging out. The distant metropolis. Founding cities across your own continent is a challenging endeavor, but still much simpler than founding them on foreign shores. Seasons, climate, wildlife, stable foods, everything is alien, not least a population drawn largely from local stock. Now that you find yourself in such a position, with the empire fragmented across different landmasses, you must decide your outlook on new cities. I just want to emphasize another time, Humankind captures this part of the game in such a great way. When you do something, events happen, civics become available to you. I really like this particular way that they do civics in Humankind, where when something in the world happens, new civics become available to you. I don't know, I just really enjoy it. It's all based on like the event that happens, right? We actually do want to do this, right? We don't need stability right now, but plus 10 money, plus 10 industry is a massive boon to cities on foreign continents. So we actually want to enact vassal colonies because that we have a bunch of influence, and we want the 10 money, 10 industry on that city as long as we can get it.
Do you really
we'll
want
go ahead
to
and do
punish
that.
them for the unmeditated crime
do we need
of
city
being
cap?
born elsewhere?
We do. We need city cap. Perfect. That's a good thing. We should have checked that probably a little bit ago. We're going to go ahead and grab our +1 city cap as well.
Most problems eventually yield.
And now we're not
to the
losing
onslaught of
our
more
estate
brains.
anymore, so that's good. We also were looking to get estate stars. We just cost ourselves however many turns. Well, just since we built this, so we really only cost ourselves 1 turn, right? So that's not bad. We're going to go ahead and finish this stupa. Let's look at our builder stars. Let's consult the star chart. We need 9 builds for another builder star. That's going to be debatable. We need a bunch of population for another one of these. And we did get our estate star. Ooh. Okay, so a diplomat star might trigger a move up for us. A diplomat star and our stupas being in. We're really just waiting on our stupas at this point. Oh, and we need to switch that. How many turns have I missed where I haven't stupid up? Probably quite a few. All right, we got one more. That is it. This territory is... That's really the only place to put it. That's going to cost us 8 food, though. If we put it down here, it doesn't cost us nearly as much. I'm going to put it down here in this little nook. All right, we're going to move... Wow, our queue is... I have never had a queue this big in the history of this game. Okay, that's our final stupa in Anug. So Anug will be ready for the move up on the next turn. Urim... Urim also only has one more. So Urim will also be ready for move up on the next turn. So now we're really getting somewhere. I don't think I want to put it here, to be really honest. I really think that needs to be a maker's quarter. I almost think we just put it over here. We could build that over here. Could be a little research area for this city. That needs to be a market quarter for sure. So I think this is the most logical place to put it. So let's just stick it right here. All right, so we'll move that stupa in. All right, so Urim next turn, a Nug next turn, ready for move up based on stupa building. We have 2 stupas in here. We have multiple connections left. Okay, so we need 1, 2. We have 2 left to build here. So we need 2 turns at least, probably here. Up here is definitely going to go like in this direction. Down here, it doesn't really matter. We probably want to move it like away from where we want to build other things. This actually connects into our city, which is not the worst thing. Oh, but right here actually would be nice because we have a future strategic here, and so we can build some other research quarters in here. So I like putting it right here. This actually makes some good sense to me. Let's slap it down right there. Move that one in. And so that will get us that stupa. So we have 1 turn and then a second. We need a second one in Corral to get that in. I don't know that we're going to get any other stars unless we use our gold again. Actually, we should have done this last turn as well. Let's go ahead and buy out another envoy in this city. Maybe we should buy 2. Might buy 2 from the capital. How's Corral doing for growth? Corral's doing just fine. We also have good growth happening in Urim. We have 2 turn growth here. We're not going to get the star though, right? I mean, it's just not... It's not in the cards for us, I don't think, to get the star. I feel like we want envoys everywhere anyway. I know I'm like overthinking all of this, but let's do it. Let's go second envoy here. We'll increase growth again. That's going to get us growing much faster in that city. Still not costing ourselves other things. I guess we could just buy another one in Urim. Just get all of them out there. Just buy another one out here. They're gonna drop. Actually, yeah, we want to because they have 13 food and they're about to get a person. So we wanna fix their food situation as well. I'm just gonna buy another one. Okay, done. All of our envoys are now bought. Here's the thing. What we could wait for is we could build our. I think we go for 1 diplomat star. I think we need more fame. We need more fame. I'm not sure where we're gonna get it from, but I feel like we need more fame. I think we have to shoot for a builder star. But we're burning science at an astronomical rate, and we're gonna lose our move up. Maybe we should check. Maybe we check on next turn who we're gonna move up to. We know we have to go 2 more turns, so let's just do that real quick. Let's do that, and then we have decisions to make. Once our stupas are all in, then we know we have decisions to make, right? These guys are off and running. They have movement left, actually. Let's go. Okay, we want to make this claim. Again, we might just start like slapping claims down very quickly, like just claiming and moving, because we have the capability of doing that. Let's get this guy on this way. Oh, we shouldn't have walked into the... Going through foggy land. So that we can get next turn, which is kind of nice.
Generous.
An agreement?
A very generous proposal.
Yes, I
That's why I decline sometimes. You know? Do you just want to trade everything while we're at it? 400 gold. I don't have that right now.
I'm sorry.
Okay,
but
we also need to focus on trade in the next era. Arguably before that, but... Okay, so we want to just... This guy's going to do the same. This guy's just going to go this way, right? We're just going to send him in this direction. Just get it. These guys are hanging out. These guys are hanging out. This boat is coming back home to get upgraded. And then he's going to go back out. Just upgrade him right away. Thanks. We'll upgrade him and then heal him. This army is hanging out. This guy's going to do... Oh, man. Can we not... Can't get this? You know, we can't actually get this? No, because we would die if we try to get it. Ah. Well. Alright, back onto land. Back onto land with you. Unfortunate. Okay, then these guys need to split. So I could technically grab this on next turn. Let's set him to do that. Because we are going to do one more turn of this. In this era, we do have one more turn. Okay, I think I'm reordering them according to speed of build. We get an Aduba in 3 turns. An Aduba is going to get us a bunch of leverage, which would get us a diplomacy star. So let's work that for a moment. Just in case we want to wait 3 turns to try to get a diplomacy star. Urim is in the same position. All the stupas are done. So we're going to maneuver the stupas to the back. Okay. So we have a 5-turn Aduba. Yeah, okay. They can 5-turn Adubas. We're going to start working our Adubas. We got to get these districts in. At the start of the next era, we're just going to be doing this anyway, so we might as well set it up in the correct order, because we're basically just going to be building districts in the next order. It's gonna increase our influence. It's gonna increase everything for us. So we really have to focus on that. We need to turn one more stupa here. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna put it in this direction because we want to build around this. So let's go out this way. With that stupa, let's turn that in. Okay, so our stupas will now be in at the end of this. We are still burning science at a rapid pace. We're gonna be 5 turns away from using the Estate ability again, which may actually mean we're gonna stick around for those 5 turns before we move up. I kind of dislike that, but okay, we have to end turn at least one more time,
The first
and then we look at
mark of this
then
new
we look at what's
culture.
going on.
I hope the style is pleasing, because it will be around for as long as the city lasts.
We're just gonna make the claim. We're making claims. We're making claims. Okay, we
So,
have
will
2
this
claims.
independent people be an ally or an enemy? A
Want this?
barrier or a blessing? Their future may not be in their hands.
A boat? That's exactly what we needed! How did you know? Okay, I guess we just keep going this way. Oh, look at all this. Beautiful. You go get that one. This guy will go get this one. Oh, there's a lot of beautiful stuff. Now, we're not getting the science out of any of these if we get science, so I'm hoping we don't get science at this point, I guess. Okay. We're rapidly approaching the end of this particular episode. We have a quad here now. This quad needs to go... I guess we go up this border. Do we have open borders with... We'll send him back this way when we get new curiosities that spawn. Everyone else is just chilling. This guy is headed in this direction. Okay, let's... Did this guy move already? Yeah. So let's just get him this way. Right, we have envoys going everywhere now. This is good news. We have 1 turn until we can potentially put another stupa down, which would be wonderful. So let's work on infrastructure here. Let's get the pottery workshop in. It's like a quick 2-turn. Quick 2-turn there. Okay. That's gonna do it for the episode. We did not get nearly as far as I thought we were gonna get. We are ready though, right? At that, we have 1 more end turn. We end turn. That, oh no, actually we actually could right now because everything is 1 turn. So that will be my homework. I'll take a look. And there go the Kamai. Okay, so the Kamai were who I was leaning towards. Now that the Kumai are gone, Kumai gone, Swahili gone, 2 of the best in the medieval era, we have decisions to make. So we'll see. We'll have to take a look. I'll take a look at this. That will be in the next episode. We'll figure out what direction we're going to go in the medieval era, and there'll be a move up early in the episode next time. Right now, we're focused on grabbing a diplomat star, and either an agrarian star or a builder star. I want one of the 2 of these stars. I feel like, and the reason that we're going to do that is because we have 5,750 fame in this era. Once we leave this era, we will never get access to these stars again. We are currently operating at a substantial deficit to the person in first place. Now, Icarus is in first and is just moving up. So we just knew that they're moving up to the Kamai. That's a potent move up for the person in first. We need to channel a little bit of extra fame here in this era in order to maximize our potential placement. I'm not worried about it. I think we're sitting pretty. I like that we got the claim in on the New World as well, so there's a lot of good things going on for us. But I do think that we need to sit and try to snag just a couple more fame stars, just to bump us up over that 6,000 fame mark. That's kind of the goal that I have in mind, is to get over 6,000 fame by the end of this, to keep us in pace with the people at the top. And then we try to kind of explode in the next era, now that the war is like mostly over. Although we're going to declare war again, like right away at the beginning of the next one. But that's, I think, what the plan is going to be. So, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you watching the episode. We got a few turns done. I feel like we went a little faster that time. We didn't get to move up. I definitely thought we were going to get to move up. I will do some planning and figure out what culture we're going to move to, so we don't have to like spend a ton of time on that during the episode. I'll probably review them all just because I like to do that, but we'll do it that quickly and we'll be able to move up next episode. So next episode will be a big one. We'll move up into the medieval era and start cranking out our whatever emblematic district we have in addition to every other emblematic district we currently have. It's gonna be a wild ride through the medieval, especially if we declare another war, which we're probably going to. So stay tuned for that. If you like the content, make sure you thumbs up the video. And make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you can catch the next release in this series, which will be next week, Sunday. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.